For the first time since 2021, we are hearing from the leaders of the California Capitol Annex project. State lawmakers and the governor are building themselves a new office building behind the historic state capitol, and this project has been shrouded in secrecy.
It has been years since leaders updated taxpayers on the estimated cost of this project. KCRA 3 Political Director Ashley Zavala has been pushing for answers, and she joins us now with what they had to say today.
Curtis and Edie, the group of people overseeing this project is known as the Joint Rules Committee. The leader of that committee, Assemblymember Blanca Pacheco, said a month ago she was working to prepare an update by the end of the year on the cost and overall status of this project. At last check, as of 2022, it was expected to be about $1.1 billion. I sat down with Pacheco and the vice chair of that committee, State Senator John Laird, with the hopes of getting an update today, but we really didn't get one. Pacheco and Laird shared that $1.1 billion has been earmarked for the project, which we knew. They said so far they've spent $518 million of that. They expect the building to be complete by fall of 2027. And as far as the actual estimated price tag, they could not say. Here's part of our exchange.
Okay, so you don't expect any cost increases at all, given that the $1.1 billion allocation was provided in 2021 or 2022?
Correct. We are looking at seeing what are the accurate figures. So this interview is a first of many, and we will be providing updates as they become available. So will the figures change? Yes, the figures will change, and we will provide them to you as we get the information, because we believe it's also important for us to be transparent.
Okay, so just to confirm, you don't have an estimated cost update?
We are providing it, and we just did. It's a $1.1 billion allocation. We are within that allocation. We have actually spent $518 million to date, and there have been changes and there have been challenges, but we are at this point within the allocated amount. It will change as we continue to spend and it moves toward the $1.1 billion.
This again is just one of many conversations that we will be having.
Which is why I'm confused, because you're, Assemblymember Pacheco, you're already acknowledging that the figures are going to change, which is why I'm wondering how this could be an update. We've known that $1.1 billion has been allocated. We are getting, I acknowledge the update that you've spent $518 million.
There's some confusion here, and it's not ours. It's basically that we have spent $518 million, and that number will change as we spend more.
Is it likely that the $1.1 billion right now that is estimated and allocated, could that number expand?
It could expand. But we will, as the project continues, we will provide you with more of an update as to how things are going and how the budget may change. But we will be providing you with that information.
Again, I've been asking for contracts, financial statements, and other public records for months now that could back up what they're saying, or at least shine light on how much this project could cost. I still don't have those documents. Right after this interview, I obtained a legislative memo in which Pacheco and Laird's committee said that in 2026, the project manager will take into account litigation costs, pandemic-era supply chain issues, inflation, and the cost of delays to produce a robust financial outlook. This was a lengthy conversation, and we're posting the full interview online soon. We talk about the lack of transparency with this project, the lawsuit that delayed it, and the thousands of non-disclosure agreements that have been signed that are legally forcing people to keep basic information about this project a secret. We'll have that online on KCRA.com later this evening. Back to you.
Simple question you're asking. Very simple. How much is this going to cost taxpayers?
Yep.
Are they on budget?
And they couldn't say that, Edie, and that's an important note. They could not just simply say we're on track and we're on budget. It just sort of, we went in circles there on the cost estimate, which is, again, the #1 thing we've been asking.
Right. What someone has spent midstream does not tell you at all where they are financially in that process.
Exactly.
So, okay.
And they've had a year to come up with this number at least. So yeah, we're waiting.
All right, Ashley.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, we're all confused, just for the record. So John Laird wasn't wrong about that part of it. Thank you.